video with a subscriber. This is going to be some Australian gameplay. I don't know why I've specialized that, like it's a different game, but you know, we might be finding the new pred in this lobby. Let's see. Let's go through and see what we're working with. Starting off, you're going to go through with an AR. Let's kind of see what's going on here.
Behind us.
So just first thing again is the minimap awareness. Straight away I can just already see the minimap is just not where I think it could be. Okay, so if we go through now, right now, what you're going to notice right now is, let me go through. That's fine. If you look at the minimap, sorry, I'll just make sure my screen was okay. There's a guy that kills your team on the left. First things first is kills your team on the left. Okay, as soon as that happens, I think you should look to your left here, because your teammate's on the hill. He's watching that, and that guy might flank you. That's first of all. Second of all, I think it's fairly obvious that nobody's standing right here.
Yeah.
And he has to be on the right, okay? But even if you're not sure at this point, and you're thinking, right, what if he is there? This is where you can use your equipment, okay? I would say just chuck a stun here and start to single them out. There's two areas they could be, the left or the right. Chuck a stun, single them out. We see you go through, you check the left. You've kind of baited yourself in now. You're going to push across, and you're going to get taken out from behind.
Oh, that is that corner.
So just the first thing that even you saying, oh, he's in that corner, goes to show that you just weren't really sure where he was. So I think right there, using a stun grenade just gives you a bit more insight. Oh, he's over there. Perfect. That's how we should push it. Let's go through and see what we can do for the next gunfight. Get the first kill, you're going to go through. And again, just a centering straight away. Again, centering something we got to work on. Just about how we approach these gunfights. So right now, you're literally one shot and you're going into the middle area. We know there's going to be so many people around us here. And just the way your centering is right now gives me like a lack of confidence in this next fight. So as we go through, let's see what we do here. So can you see right now? Look at this. So you actually predicted exactly where it was going to be, right? You predicted that spot there. Perfect. Good prediction. The problem was your centering. Look where your middle crosshair is. Because it's aimed so low, you had to readjust it. Look, you had to readjust it higher, then lower, then higher again. And by the time you did that, you were dead. So if we can work on the centering and basically have the gunfight prepared before we get there, that will help you so much. So right now, where do you expect him to be? By this truck, okay. Have your crosshair reflecting your decision in your head. You knew where he was going to be because you're positioning yourself to fight him, right? But the problem is you're expecting him to be there, but instead of having the gunfight ready, he's now pre-aiming you. We just got to be more careful on that centering side of things. So now you go through, you get taken out. Where are we going to spawn? So we're still going to spawn at the back here. 15 seconds left. Look at the minimap. So there's two people in the old hill. So right now in my head, I'm thinking, right, two people in the old hill. I need to just rotate here. I can't really afford to go to the old hill. I need to go through. I need to help the new team out, the new hill out, and just see what we can do. So if we get tac maps open, this is where we can really look here and start to reflect. Okay, what's the play here? Oh, why is this not working? All right, perfect. There you go. So if we get attack maps out, what we're going to see is P2's right here, okay? If you're going through this side here, so you're the red player, you're kind of going through here, you have at least two of them around P1. Why do we know that? Because there's two red dots. Are you happy with that?
Yep.
Yeah? With 15 seconds left, I think right now, you should start to prioritize getting this control, okay? Yep. Now, the thing about P2 is really weird. There's actually two spawn points. So the problem is you can spawn Palace, but both teams can kind of spawn here. It's just a really dodgy hill, to be honest. It's really weird. Loads of weird spawn points. But what you really want to do is either you basically want ice cream control. This truck here, for me, is everything. This tank is everything. Because if you're on the tank here watching this ice cream, you're fine. You're in a really nasty head glitch. You're putting the pressure on them, okay? This is a good setup. And vice versa, if you're on the other side of the map, if you're the spawning where the blue team is and you're sitting on this tank here, you're basically leaving them on this like lane. You're trapping them there, okay? So for me, the key is wherever side you're spawning on, you want this ice cream tank control. It's all about having the power spots. So with 15 seconds left, you are basically going through. And look at this. This is interesting. Your teammate, he's already pushed up. So if I was you right now, I would be thinking, right, where's the danger zones right now? Like, thinking out loud, if you're number 2 right now, where do you think the danger is? Because I think I need to help my teammate. So there's one danger zone here. One danger zone here. But for me, the big danger zone is his flank.
Yep. I
really think someone can flank him. So if I'm you right now, I'm going to push through and I'm just going to make sure that his flank is covered. And if that's covered, I'm just going to help him and just basically guarantee the protection of the P2, okay? And I'm expecting you now, the way you're facing, I'm expecting you to leave that and just challenge them in P1 for these 15 seconds. And this is where we need to start looking through and prioritizing the rotation. So you could have been here, but instead you're probably going to be there. Let's see what happens. So look, 10 seconds, you're going through. Again, I don't mind the 10 seconds, but for me, the priority is this. Look, you've got a teammate now. So you're getting these 10 seconds. Okay, cool. Your teammate's watching over you. Your other teammate is back here. This is the problem for me. In this lobby, you might get away with it. As you start getting to the higher ranks, right? If they have 2 people here, for example, and they kill your number 1, he spawns back here. Do you think this is a good spot to be in?
Nah,
It's quite a bad spot, right? Because now you're like, remember, this guy might be terrible, he might be great. Let's assume the worst. Let's assume he's a really good player. You've now given him a setup. He's on the tank. You guys now have to push this whole, like, right side of the map with them on head glitches. Now, I can almost guarantee that they'll get more than 10 seconds from that whole engagement, okay? So what that tells me is, was this 10 seconds here worth it? For me, no. Because you're giving up the potential rotation, the potential 30 and 40 seconds. And that's how I want you to start thinking, the bigger picture. So we're going to go through 5 seconds left to see what you're doing here. Again, there's 2 of you there. Look what's interesting. Your teammate just died there. Exactly what we spoke about. Look at the minimap. Your teammate just died where we just said. So let's go through. Let's see the minimap. He just died. Now, why did he die? It looked like, from what I could see, is that he was actually facing the dark alley. Could you see that? Could you see how he was facing behind him? If you look at the arrow, he was facing dark. Exactly what I spoke about. He was facing dark. He was worried about that. So for you right now, instead of being on the hill for 10 seconds, I think you could have watched dark. He could have watched his left, and you guys could have been pushed up and had the P2 control. Now, what I find really interesting is how many seconds they're going to get on the new hill. This is, for me, a red flag. There's 2 of you on the hill right now. It's not like control, where when you stack the hill, it makes a difference in terms of you don't get double points. So right now, you should be thinking, hang on, this is not good. My teammates we're both on the hill. I'm not going to lie, I should be off here now. I shouldn't be on the hill right now. Like, one of us should be rotating. And that's what I want to see you start doing more, okay? Right now, you should be going. There's no reason why both of you should be on the hill. You're watching behind you. He comes on the right. He gets the kill. And now, where are you going to spawn? Probably back gas here. Let's see. Okay, this is the weirdest spawn on the game. And this is the reason why this map isn't a good map for the rotation. So, any other Call of Duty right now, you should be spawning back gas. You should be spawning back here. Because they have the setup, they have the spawns, they have everything. For some reason, this specific hill is actually broken, and you end up spawning behind them. Now, you guys didn't do anything to deserve that spawn. Does that make sense? Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think I pushed it. Yep.
There was no anchoring done. There was no, like, finesse. It was just, no, the game just had terrible spawns.
Yep.
So from that logic, they're probably not going to expect you right now. So although you made, I would say, a poor play, you got fortunate with the spawns. So what you need to do now is really, really capitalize on this. Pinch them, really make it effective. And let's see what you do here. You're going to go through. You're going to open the door. Again, there you go. So you can see for me, I don't think they were expecting this. I just think the execution was a little bit poor here. I think you were taking a little bit too long. So you can see your teammates spawning behind you. My first thing I would say is this little play here. Why not jump on that ledge and get the high ground? Because I think you guarantee a kill right there. So if we go back right here, if you jump on this ledge right now, imagine this angle. Look at this angle instead. You're probably going to see somebody here. If not, you slide out. And the point is, you want to get to this. You want to get to this spot here while your teammates are pinching, because you want them to think, oh, the whole red team, they're all coming from this side here, and then you want to pinch them. So you got a really good spawn here. I want to see you use it a little bit more to your advantage. The problem is this: you slam the door open. They heard that. You slam the second door. You're kind of opening it. You opening the door, they now know you're spawning there. They can see you, okay? So he kind of turns around. Good read from him. He's able to kill you. You now spawn behind them. 40 seconds left. Same thing. So I want to show you a little diagram that I like to draw here. And all it is just a little kind of framework that I have in my head that hopefully can help you out. It's going to be this. So HP goes down. So I do this all the time. Hopefully people remember it. As the hardpoint goes down, so as the hill has less seconds on it, the priority for spawns, oh, that's not a good S right there. We're going to keep it there. The priority for spawns goes up. That's terrible drawing, but it's a freestyle with the mouse. We'll let it go. So the priority for spawns go up. Okay, so what does that mean? Right now, there's how long? 35 seconds. You guys are pushing through this area here. Where is the next hill? It's on the other side of the map, okay?
Yep.
As the hill goes down, so as P2 goes down, you should start to be worrying about the bigger picture, which is P3, okay?
Yep.
think of it as a chess match. How can we think of the bigger picture? That's what I want to see a bit more from you. Right now, mini map. So there's a guy on your left here. Luckily, your teammate kind of spots him. So as your teammate's shooting this guy on the left, what you're doing now is fine, but you should just be centering. Right now, this is a centering issue. Look where your crosshair is. In what world can somebody come underground? Right now, your centering needs to be higher, ready for those gunfights, okay, bro? Because I don't think your shot's actually an issue. I think the centering is just making you at a huge disadvantage. And it's fine because it happens to a lot of people. So right now, look at your centering. It's all the way to the bottom. You need to be thinking, shit, my centering needs to be higher here. I need to be looking to the left. I need to be ready for these gunfights. Now, look, you actually go through. You actually sneak across, which is perfect. You get one. And you basically almost get the two-piece there. So that was actually a good play from you. But again, just a centering, make it cleaner, make it easier for you to get those kills. Now you're still going to spawn back Palace with 20 seconds left. I don't want to see you go this side here. I just want to see you rotate and run across. Either go through middle or go through the right and basically stop the opponents. If we kind of clear this now, if we clear this, they're going to be the red team just for this graphic, okay? Logically, they're going to have to come through this side to get to the hill, or here, or here. Would you agree with that?
Yep.
These are the three main paths. So if I'm you, I can go through this way, but the problem I have is I feel like if you get here and they have people on the ARs, they're going to pre-em you. It's a little bit hard. So I actually like cutting through middle and trying to just finesse them and kind of cut their lanes. But while you're doing this, somebody should be pushing through the right. The point is right now, you should be rotating to the right, thinking of the bigger picture. Let's see if you do that. And there's a problem right here. The small detail is the problem. With 18 seconds left, if you could teleport right now with 18 seconds left, where would you want to be on the map in this scenario going into P3?
On P3.
So you would literally love to be right here. Like if you could teleport right now, your ideal scenario would probably be around here, cutting the reinforcements, right? Kind of just making sure they're not pushing you. So if that's your ideal scenario, your optimal situation, the route you're taking isn't getting you closer. It's actually getting you further away. So with 18 seconds left, I think you can get to a point where you're around there. Yeah. Now that's not too far away from where you want to be, okay? That's not too far. Of course, you may have some gunfights, whatever, but the point is you're getting closer. But where you've actually gone is way, way off to where you want to be. You see what I mean? That's number one. That's a spot you want to be. This is where you should be. This is where you currently are. So it's just about getting in your head that vision and being a lot closer. This is the point. With 15 seconds left, you're probably going to get the kill here. Or you die, whatever. Doesn't really matter. The point is this. Your teammate is on the hill. Now, I want to think about this for a second. How many opponents are on the hill right now? 1, 2. I see at least 2 people here, okay? 2 people. Let's just take this for what it is. Let's just say your teammate is in a 1v2. Let's say he's in a 1v2 and he dies. How many seconds are left here? 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Well, they're not even on the hill right now. They're not even on the hill. Your teammate still is a hill. Let's see when he dies. Okay. 7 seconds. Okay. He's now dead with 7 seconds left and there's 2 of them here. Now, let's say there's 2 of them on the new hill. Would you take this in hindsight? Like, would you take a 3v2 for 2 of them fighting for 7 seconds? I absolutely would. All you've done is given them 7 seconds, but you now have the numbers advantage in a 3 versus 2. And that is the biggest difference. That's what we want to work towards, okay? Yep. Stuff like this, where we look at the map right now, and we're like, okay, cool. They have 2 people there for 7 seconds. Let's let them have that. Let's start prioritizing the new hill. Let's start prioritizing those, what's it called? The new spawns and the new hill. So right now, look what happens. You die, 5 seconds left. Your teammate's now in a 2 versus 2. It's just a bit more risky. You're leaving them in a 2v2. It should be a 3v2. Your teammate now dies. It's the 1v1. So you still managed to get there. But again, I think that was down to luck in terms of you didn't actually do anything. Your teammates kind of won the gunfight. Whatever happened. I want you to be in more control. Is that fair?
Yep.
Yeah? Because right now, if your teammate dies right there, you're in a pretty poor spot because they got the angle in you. So that's what we got to be wary of. So like we said earlier, you're in this scenario. Where did we say they're coming from? We said 3 things. We said 1 was going to be through here. So you've just checked that. You've literally just checked that. So you're standing right here. You've checked that. So good stuff there. You've expected that. You've checked it. Now, there's 2 more areas. I think they're going to be coming through here or through here. They could even be in through here. But the point is now, if I'm you, I'm not just cutting across here. This for me is like a really, really dangerous route here because they have so many angles they can kill you from. So right now, this is where I think it gets a little bit dangerous from you. I think you've got your teammate in the hill. Your job right now, in my opinion, I think you could have went inside and kind of just played like a creddy angle, like just basically try to stop them from crossing. Like kind of just right now, okay, this is what I think you should do. If you could sit somewhere here, kind of watch this lane, right? Imagine you kill one player and then back away. Imagine you kill him, you back away and you run away. Just make them work for, like to find you. They're going to be tweaking about where the fuck is this guy? But you don't need to do anything else. Your point there is to stay alive. Your teammates in the hill. Just make sure they can't cross this area. That's all you need to do right now. So let's see what you do. You go across there. Big problem. But what have we done? We've kind of ignored the left-hand side. Would you agree?
Yeah, there's a guy just up ahead behind that door. That's why I turned. See him just
so,
there?
Yeah, so there's a guy right there. I agree, 100%. This is where we got to use natural cover to our advantage. So there's a guy right there, which, remember, we expected. We expected someone to be a mannequin. So someone's in mannequin. The problem I have is somebody could easily be there. Would you agree with that? Somebody could be there? Or do you not? Yeah? Okay, cool. So I think somebody could be there.
Yeah, I was heading to the left, and then I saw him, so I swung to the right.
But even this, okay, oh, perfect. I didn't even know someone was right there. But this is the point with what I'm saying. You're going through these scenarios in high danger zones with not real, just thinking of what the bigger picture is. Right now, you see somebody there, you should be prone right now or backing off, like ready for this gunfight. Because what you do is you start to engage, right? You go forward, but look at this. Like I said to you, somebody could be there. He's right there. The guy's right there. And instead of, this is my point, instead of even pushing this, I don't think you need to do anything here. I think you could just hold the angle. Let them, they have to push you right here. They have to cross you. So either go inside or just make them work for it. Instead, you push this guy. There's a guy on your left. He ends up... I mean, again, you shouldn't win that gunfight. And that's a big problem. The fact that you won that gunfight was just you frying him. But realistically, he kills you there. You spawn back here. It's not a good play. And that's what we got to work on. Getting you more fundamentally, like, prepared. So right now, I'm going to say you should have died. Good stuff from you. Good kill. You go through. The guy's on the right. This is fine. This is okay. You go through again. And you're finessing a little bit. I just think right now the opponents kind of let you have that one. I think they let you have that one. I think that was really poor play from them. And then there again, you're just going through, and it's just a little bit not as fluid as I want it to be. So what I want you to do is after the session is that when you go to shoot bots, I want you to really work on your movement. I want you to work on slide cancelling, sliding around, jumping off. Just really work on that movement because right now it looks very, very static. Okay, and against better players when they camera you, it's not going to be easy for you. This is fine. You go through. Going to go through again. 15 seconds left. Remember what we said earlier? The priority for me is the rotation here. So I'm okay with you pushing this, but we've got to be quick here. You've got to be quick here. Perfect. As soon as your teammate gets these 2 kills, you have to rotate right now. I know for a fact you're just going to run and sit in the hill. I already know. You're going to sit in the hill. Okay, because your teammate died, I'm okay with that. Because your teammate died, I'll forgive you there. But I want to be honest, if your teammate didn't die, would you... Oh, you're not even getting the hill. Okay. But yeah, right there. Even just look, again, I'm being so picky, right? But little details. Right now, while you're reloading, sit in the hill. These are 2-3 seconds that are going to add up, okay? Another thing, with 5 seconds left, there is zero need to chuck a trophy here. Don't waste your equipment. Right there, you're not protecting anything. You see what I mean? Like, no one's going to really chuck a nade here. Even if they do, it doesn't really matter. Let them kill you here. It really doesn't matter. Let's see what you do. There's a guy right behind you. I think the players you're going up against, they don't make you better because they're not as quick as you want them to be. Right now, against a good player, he doesn't give you this time right now. You don't get this time to escape. But because this player let you escape, in your head, you think you have more time than you do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah? Like right now, you should be behind this head glitch. Okay? Your first thought should be, I need to turn around because this guy's chasing me. Not, I need to just walk away slowly. He's not going to kill me. Like, this guy should have killed you here. But he let you through. You're going to go across, and again, you're just going to jump in the hill. It's funny because there's things you're doing that I don't agree with, but because it's working, I can't really question it. But the reason that it's working is because of the lobbies. So right now is a perfect example. You're jumping across there. It shouldn't work. It really shouldn't work, okay? You get in the hill. It's okay. It's just one of those risky plays where I just don't think it should have worked. So now you're just kind of soaking the time. Again, mini map awareness, okay? So right now, look at your teammates. Where do they die and where are they spawning right now? I'm going to say it wasn't the end of the world because you were kind of by yourself there. But what I would have said is just get behind cover. There's a motorcycle there right there. Just get behind cover there. Like, using the natural cover there can get you so far. Now, look where you're standing. There's so many angles they can kill you from, okay?
I don't think there's any good spots in that park area.
I agree. But one thing is that motorcycle on the right, if you hide behind there, you get a bit more cover from Palace. It's definitely a bit better there. Okay?
Yep.
But overall, it's nothing crazy bad. It's just a few things that I feel like we need to just clean up. We just need to clean up a few things and like work on the pacing. So right now, what you want to do is think of the bigger picture. Now, P5, okay, this specific hardpoint is so easy to trap them in. Use this P4 as leverage for P5. What you want to do is you want to trap them. In P5, you want to be spawning here. This is a perfect spawn for P5. You're 5 seconds away. So what you want to do is you want to trap them on P4 in Palace. So where they are now, you want to trap them here. That is the perfect way to play this scenario, this hill. So with you sitting mid-tank right now, I'm happy with that, okay? Your job right now should be to not let them through this middle. Keep them trapped here. Let's see what you do. So you're weak? Okay, cool. You got a stun and nade. Got to be using it here. Trophy. Got to be using the trophy right now. I'm okay. Good shots right there. It's just about how can I be a bit more efficient here? How can I just be taking the head off? So there's a guy on the hill right now. The only problem I have right now is you haven't looked on the right hand side here. Okay, this is the problem. Let's back off slightly.
Yep.
You're on a big head glitch right now. They can't really take you off right now. I just think you have to be... This is my point about being a bit more confident. Right now, you have a trophy system. You have a stun. You have a nade. They are very, very unlikely to take you off this head glitch. You have to trust your gun skill here and take these gunfights a bit more. Like, right now, there's a guy on the hill. If your teammate's on the left and he's not there, where do you think he is? I think he's on the right. Does that make sense? Would you agree to that?
Yep.
Because if your teammate's standing right there and you can't see anyone, I'm thinking the guy's standing on the right. So if I'm you, I'm shouldering this right hand side. If he's not looking at me, I'm taking him out, okay? I'm killing him. That's the first thing I think you should have done. Right there, get that first kill on the hill. You kill him, he spawns back here. So you've already stopped their defense, okay? Great shots on that guy. Great shots. But again, look at the mini-map. He's actually standing out in the open. The guy's right there. I think you have to kill him right now. Again, trophy system has to be down right now. But you're in a really good spot right now. You just have to be stopping them from coming through. As you strafe left there, I think all you need to do is stay there. Where you were there was fine. You could have killed this guy. But instead, you're backing away. And this is my problem. You are on a fantastic spot right now. Keep them trapped here. Put some pressure on them. Get some kills. But instead, you back away here. You give up middle map control. And you go towards the right, which your whole team had. And this is a slight problem. I don't mind this play if your team had middle map. But right now, what you've done is you've given up the whole of middle map to watch this right. You've basically sat here. So you've kind of retreated. But the problem now is they can come behind you. They can come. They can flood through middle. I would rather you sit here and keep them trapped back Palace. Like, for me, you really missed the ballpark there of locking down this whole area. You could have locked down this whole area. What you did wasn't a bad play. But it was only a bad play because you gave up middle.
Yeah.
Okay? There's one. Big kill. Good stuff there. There's a guy in a tank there. Big two-piece. I think this right here, again, centering. Right now, your crosshair, look where it is. Against me, in my opinion, I kill you right now. Because look, 1, 2. You're giving me 2 seconds to line up my shot. You can't afford to do that. You need to have your centering. Right now, you go through, okay? You spot him. Okay, cool. Good shots right here. You're going around the corner. Look at your centering. It's low, right? You expect him up there. Your centering should be up here. Shoot him now. Back away. Shoot him. The fact that you still killed him with poor centering is a good sign. That means, you know what? Once we work on the centering, we'll be in a good spot. Look what your teammate just said. He came through mid. That is what we wanted to avoid. So although you got a two-piece, you gave up your original position. They've snuck through. And now guess what? You're retreating. You're going towards mid. You die. These are the things we got to work on, okay? Just about looking at the bigger picture. And look where you spawn. You now spawn out. All because you gave up middle. You guys got flanked. 2 of you died and you spawned out. They now have 25 seconds on the hill. Stuff like this we have to work on. All right, bro?
Yep.
Right now, again, use the cover. There's a truck right there. Stand on the truck. Watch over. It's just a little bit of just a few obvious things. Once we add to your game, I think you'll be good to go. Overall, it's definitely not a bad play. Like you said, I think you prepared me for the worst, but I don't think this is terrible at all. I think just a few obvious things we got to work on. You're spawning back Palace right now. Again, just about setting up for that P2. So let's see what we can do here. You see at least 3 of them in front of you. So right now, I'm okay if you go dark on your left here. Kind of watch behind you. Again, just pre-aiming. Just work on that centering. So look where you're standing right now. You know they're going to be on your right and your left. And look what you do. Yeah. Can you see the problem there when you're watching it back? Can you see right now, like, there's people in front of you, like, you know he's at the door, right? Why not just lay down and pre-fire him? Like, just get ready for that gunfight. But look, instead, you watch behind you. You kind of just tweak a bit too much, okay?
I don't think I was looking at the mini-map then, yeah.
Oh, perfect. That's, again, when we look at the mini-map, it looks a lot easier. But like you said, if you aren't looking at it, it's kind of just a guessing game. But look what you're doing now. You're going through. I'm okay with you sitting on the tank right now. Honestly, setting up. Like, I'm okay with that. What you're seeing right now is kind of just like, where are they spawning? Where are they going to be? So they're actually spawning behind you, but because your teammate died now, this is the problem. You just don't know where they're going to be. And I think right now, you just got to set up and be confident in the power position. So right now, your teammate dies on the right, okay? I still know they're spawning gas. So in my head, there's at least 3 of them gas and 1 of them coming behind us. If you back off now to help the flank, that's okay. But what you do now, I don't agree with. You get closer and tuck into the hill. What you should have done right now is sit on that tank head glitch. Look at this. So important. Look where your teammates are positioned. This is so important. Your teammates are blue. You're blue in this scenario, just to make it easier. Your teammates are here. Okay?
Yep.
Your teammates are here. Look what you're watching right now. You're number 4, and look what you're watching. You're watching your teammates. You're like, Dory team, I got you. I got you guys. I'll watch over you. This is where you're missing the mark, okay? You need to look at the mini-map, identify my team is at the back. We have this area. The danger zone has to be the front. It has to be. Logically, that's the only way they could be. Now, where is the best spot to sit? This tank is pretty good. I should be on that tank. Instead of watching the flank yourself, you should be watching in front.
Yeah,
was that again? Yeah? But do you agree with that? Like, does that make sense? Yeah. Like, if you look at the minimap, it's very, very obvious. They can't physically come there. If you think about it, let's just say this guy flanks you. What are the chances that he runs across without your teammate at least having a gunfight with him? He has to. Your teammate has to have a gunfight with him. So now look, they're going to come through the front. Now you're watching. Now you're tweaking. Like, where do they come from? What's happening? And now there's 3 of you watching the front. Again, just having the middle map there. Like, if you sat on the tank right there, look at that. Right there, you need to be on the tank. If you're on the tank right there, you don't even let them cross. You don't even let them get closer. Now look, now you're in a spot where it's a little bit hard. You're kind of tweaking. You just got to be more confident. Sit on those power spots and really take the gunfights to them. The more you play, I want you to take these gunfights more. There's a guy right behind you. Oh, right in front of you, bro. You go free. Get that kill. You're winning gunfights. You're winning a lot of gunfights. It's just that if we can work on your centering, we can work on these other aspects, you'll literally be able to go through and fly through these lobbies, okay? 8 seconds left. Let's rotate. Let's see what we can do here. Good stuff. You get that first kill. Bit unfortunate. Okay, now you guys have the spawns. They're going to spawn palace. So your job right now is to cut the lanes. You should be going through, but right, how can I cut these enemy lanes there? Again, just a really, really small thing, but I think right there you just stunned your teammate in the hill. Okay, that's fine. I think you saw the guy there, but that's fine. Again, how can we cut these lanes there? So you're watching across. I'm okay. This is great. You get that first kill. Perfect. Now, if I'm you, I'm expecting more people to come from the left there. Can you see your centering is an issue though? Like, you're getting these kills right, but you're having to constantly readjust. Yeah. Like, go higher. Imagine if you could just work on your centering. That alone, I guarantee will add another 5 to 6 kills in your game. Just your centering alone. Like, this isn't too bad, but it's just, if you could be a little bit higher in your centering, it'll be so much more beneficial. Again, huge kill. Great stuff there. Like, you're actually frying them. Like, that was a great play from you. You're finessing them with a drop shot. You're doing a lot of stuff there. Really positive manner. Really good stuff. A little bit of mini-map awareness again. Logically, they're going to be spawning palace. Okay? You guys just got a 3-piece. There is zero reason to pre-aim your teammate right now. Unless they come from, like, the sky, they're not going to be here. You know what I mean? Like, if we freeze frame this clearly shows me just not really thinking of where they're going to be and kind of just going off instincts, okay? So right now, like, this is no way anyone's going to come from that hill because your teammates are all there. It's about setting up the new hill. Straight away, look what you do. Where is the best spot on this hill? The best spot is P1 tank. That tank is amazing, right? Against a better player, I think he's set up there. You don't even acknowledge that, and you just go straight for the hill without a care in the world. Now, it works out in this scenario. You kill the guy in the hill, potentially. My point is, against a better team right now, The guy in the P1 tank, he kills you. These 10 seconds here where you're standing there, you should be now worried about P1 tank as your first line of defense. You don't even care about it. You go straight for the hill and hope for the best. Okay, so it's again just about being a bit more prepared for those gunfights. And look, you're just going through. Think about how many people watch over this hill from Palace. You just went through and didn't give a shit. You were like, I'm getting this guy off the hill. Okay, so just about being a bit more aware of the surroundings and how you can really make an impact. 45 seconds left. Good stuff there. Great stuff. Look at the minimap. What's empty right now? Dark. So okay, you can see at the hill. This is okay. I mean, end of the day, this is a very tough hill to hold, so I'm okay with this. I'm okay with that. I mean, it's quite difficult. 15 seconds left. Now, this is really important. Do you remember last hill you went to the right and watched the dark and stuff? Yeah. Right now, I'm okay with you doing that because nobody's got it. But what this is perfect. Look what you did differently. What you did differently now compared to last hill. You're getting aggressive here. You take out the first guy. And again, if you get a bit of a better shot here and you like work on your shot a bit more, that's a huge kill there. That's a 2-piece. But look at the difference now. This, I don't like this at all. Like just running out in the open right there, you had the head glitch. I feel like you just lost it. This is a lot easier for me to kill you. The fact that they just run across right now, I think is poor from them. But you see right there, you had the head glitch. You don't need to run out right there. Look where you're sitting. You're perfect here. Just stay there. Let them push you. Right now, you don't need to push these guys. You see this push here? I think it's a terrible play, okay?
Yep.
Like you could have just stood there, waited on the head glitch, let them come towards you. Now look, now you spawned out, you've lost middle map again. So 2 times in a row, you've lost middle map there by doing different things. First time, you ran away. Second time, you just lost it. And now look, they've kind of got you trapped at the back. 20 seconds left there. You just got to go for it. Again, look how you break the hill. You're kind of just running. You're not really sliding, no jumping around the corner. It's kind of just a lot of like basic movement. Now, I know it sounds like I'm like harassing your gameplay. No, it's just like me repeating these things is good because we're seeing constant themes, right? Okay, cool. So we got to work on the slide cancelling, got to work on the movement, got to work on the centering. All these things, if you spend a bit of time on, you'll be a completely different player because your core mechanics and your core like awareness is actually at a good standard, okay? It's not like you have no clue. You actually know what you're doing. You know roughly where people are going to be. And in terms of that, it's actually positive. Oh, the rival's out now. You're about to shit on these kids. I like it. 10 seconds left again, going through. Now, what's open right now? Dark, okay? Dark is open. So again, look, you've got the awareness. However, your teammates need help on the hill. So what I'm doing if I'm you is... Okay, this is okay. I actually like this play from you.
Yeah, spread out, spread out. Killed his own mate.
Just again, just kind of the slide cancelling, just stuff like that. It just looks a little bit rigid right now. It's a bit hard for you to get the kills, okay? But 10 seconds left. Let's see how this one goes. Stun, nade, you got a lot of stuff here. So now you know they're going to come from your right, yeah? So we've got to be very careful the way we cross this. And look at that. I think a lot of it comes down to minimum. Right now, you're very tunnel visioned. There's a guy on the hill. You're going for him, but you're completely forgetting about the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Would you agree with the tunnel vision statement? Because right now, look, you're watching the guy on the hill, but there's literally 3 more people coming at you. So there's no kind of... Yeah, there's just kind of like you're really proud of the guy on the hill, but there's 4 of them watching over you. 25 seconds left. Honestly, if I'm you, I'm rotating right now. I'm actually rotating. Maybe I don't mind you pushing this, but I would say generally I would probably rotate here. Because the problem you have, right? They can't win off this hill. But if for you to win off this hill right now, you need to get 12 out of 17 seconds, okay? That's very unlikely. The other problem is if you give them the next hill, they can win the game right now. This is the problem. Right now, you basically cannot win off the hill right now. You physically cannot win off the hill. I will be like, shit, I need to rotate. This time here, this is wasted for me. Like, look, let's say you kill him right now. It honestly doesn't matter. It doesn't actually matter. Now, you're just wasting time. This is where you should have been gone already. You guys should have been guaranteed at the new hill. Because now, look, now your teammates are in a 3 versus 2. 3 versus 3 is getting mixy. You're hoping your teammate wins a gunfight. You're hoping they clutch up. One dies. They both die. This was the point. If you were there, you could have helped them. Remember the first time we said this and your teammates won the gunfight? This time they lost the gunfight. Both times you weren't there to make that impact. And that's what we got to work on. You guys right there had the game in your hand, in the palm of your hands, okay? If we back off here. Although this doesn't look great, I'm like, you know what? 25 seconds? Can they win off this? No, they can't. They need 32 seconds. We need 12. I'm rotating and guaranteeing the victory. You don't get style points for winning on this hill, right? At the end of the day, a win's a win. Right now, I'm looking at the scoreboard. I'm looking at the minimap, and I am rotating. I'm going through. I'm making sure I get the new hill. The thing is, you still have the advantage because they're putting a lot of pressure on this hill right now. Now, I don't mind one of you playing for this hill, but if I'm like me personally, I want to be the guy rotating to make sure we win the game. Okay, so right now, I think right now is way too much time wasted. Look at this. Imagine if you were there with your teammates right now. If you teleported there, if you were right there, like we said earlier, you guys are 3 versus 2. You might actually win the gunfight. You might actually win that gunfight. There you go. You win the game based on that one play alone. At the end, you could have won the game. 21 kills. You didn't do bad at all. Now, the fact that you were playing golds, I don't think there was any golds there that was like really outslaying you, really frying. So I think the only difference between you and like getting to that next level, honestly, is just a few mechanical things. Your teammate went 10 and 27. But again, I think you personally, with this same team, could have won that game if you worked on the things that you could do. So when people say I have terrible teammates, I agree. But for me, it's not an excuse because you do have terrible teammates. But it's like, why not just take responsibility and say, right, I could have won if I did this better. And I think that's a better way to go forward. But overall, I think really positive gameplay, especially because of our first session. A lot of positive things to work on. YouTube, you guys know the drill. Make sure to drop a like for my boy Knock. Make sure to show him some love in the comments, just letting us share his gameplay. Absolute legend. Catch you guys for another video tomorrow. Peace.